Karen Templeton. I'm Director of Communications with the Office of the Provost, and today we are going to be talking with a team from UAB's Visual and Performing Arts. Many of you are aware that they're bringing the arts into your homes, and we're going to learn more about that today with Lily Anderson, our Executive Director for UAB's Visual and Performing Arts, John Fields, Senior Director for Abrams Engel Institute for the Visual Arts. Most of you know that by the name AVA. Kimberly Kirkland, Director of the UAB Institute of Arts and Medicine, and Heath Mixon, Director of UAB's Art Play. So thank you all for talking with us today. It's hard to remember how everything kind of rolled out in those last few weeks before we went to a remote working environment, but you all seemed really ready to go as soon as we were in our remote offices. There was so much available virtually right away. Had you been preparing ahead of time? What was that like?
We actually have been talking about how we can deliver our services virtually for a long time. And so this just propelled us into putting it into action. But yeah, we've been talking about that it would be a great way to reach more people. And we could even reach rural communities and communities that we don't, that aren't close to us.
Great. Well, that was really obvious because the programs were available immediately. So what resources have been the most useful, the tools you've been using?
Well, I would say, first of all, our wonderful team who pivoted quickly and came up with some really engaging content, but Zoom has really been beneficial because it allowed us to engage our audience in a more interactive way. They participate in events, and also we're able to deliver our classes this way.
Great. And I would imagine there's some sort of consortium or platforms, groups similar to ours that you speak with. Did you consult with institutions nationally or even internationally about providing everything online?
We are definitely all, in our different disciplines, a part of various associations, and we learned from what they're doing, and we've shared our information as well, but we moved so quickly, we just wanted to go ahead and get that content out there.
Great. John, so part of AVA's mission is accessibility. And with that in mind, how did you approach transitioning your programming to exclusively a digital platform?
Well, to echo what Lily said, it's something that we had sort of always, dreamed of doing. And ironically, a decade ago, when I used to run the old UAB Visual Arts Gallery before AVA existed, I actually produced a lot of digital content for those exhibitions. And every single exhibit we did, I would do digital videos, artist interviews, like sort of gallery walkthroughs with my camera, and those would get posted on our blog. And so it wasn't that big of a leap to kind of transition those things over to an online platform, which I know isn't ideal necessarily for accessibility, but it seemed like the kind of quickest way we could continue to deliver AVA's mission despite the galleries being closed to the public.
The events have been great. My family did the Outside the Lines event last Thursday. Can't wait for this one. What have been your most popular events?
I'm not sure we could even say that one has been more popular than the other. What's been very interesting is that we have 3 recurring live events in addition to several different types of pre-recorded videos that we've been doing, but they've all sort of found their own audience. And so that, like the coloring night, that's definitely kind of a casual hangout kind of thing. But my personal favorite has been the Inside the Arts. And so we've reached out to artists and galleries all over the country who currently have exhibitions that are on display, but inaccessible to the public, and given those artists and galleries opportunities to do virtual walkthroughs and tours and gallery talks as a way to just sort of give the artists a different option in terms of finding an audience for their exhibitions.
I've watched a few of those, and they are great, and they're artists that if it weren't for everything that's going on right now, I would have never known about them or known about their work. So do you feel like this is an opportunity for maybe some audiences to get to know art better than they might have before, or particular artists?
I think so for sure. And one of the coolest things that I feel like, or at least I feel like the coolest thing about Ava is that you get a sort of unprecedented amount of access to our artists that we bring. Since we're contemporary, they're all alive and they're working and they're available. I think one thing these videos have really done is the art world is definitely an ecosystem, and it's made up of galleries, collectors, artists, academics and scholars, and casual lover. And this has been a really kind of interesting way to help all of these different types of people feel like they're still connected. I think people forget about, there's the artists in their studio making their work, but that's only half of it. The rest of it is about this networking and social interaction. And this has been a way to make us all kind of feel like we're still connected to the art world.
Well, I think y'all are doing a great job with it. I definitely feel more connected, and it's even more important with everything that's going on. So thank you. Kimberly, arts and medicine is such an important part of patient care at UAB, and it really helps us stand out as far as patient care providers. How have you been delivering those programs now that we have social distancing and are restricting visitors in the hospital?
Yeah, so it's definitely been a shift because, of course, at the heart of what we do, it's about the human interaction and the human connection. However, we've certainly been able to offer arts experiences, again, through YouTube videos. We've been able to put together instructional kits and art activities and drop them off to our different unit partners. And additionally, we've been able to continue to support our staff as well, because of course we know that that hospital personnel who are continuing to work are facing a lot of challenges. So we've been able to support them through just creating art that delivers positive messages. Of course, Nurses Week starts tomorrow, and we're really excited to be able to support them through some interesting art projects that we were approached to do. And then, of course, with our community, we're able to serve them as well, just through the YouTube videos that are out. But it's interesting because, we have to find out the needs of the individual unit. So we found out that some of our partners aren't having access to the internet. So they were able to use DVDs. So one of our artists downloaded some DVDs, and now they're playing those for groups like in our Center for Psychiatric Medicine and other places like that.
That's great. Y'all are still able to deliver programming for patients. Is there like a particular technique, I guess maybe video, that you're using more than the others?
Yes, so we actually have been able to use Zoom with one of our clinics, so the Integrative Medicine Clinic out of Kirkland with Dr. Carolina Salvador in hematology oncology. She is still able to connect with patients, allowing us to do our workshops that we used to do in person, but now via Zoom. So that's been one way that we've been able to utilize Zoom in patient interactions. But additionally, yes, the videos have been a lot of the work, and then also creating just instruction sheets that we can put in packages to go to the different units.
That's great. What do you think has been the biggest challenge?
Well, as I alluded to earlier, really our biggest challenge is just not being able to see the patients in person. Like I was saying, it really is the heart of what we do is those connecting with people, enhancing their experience while they're there. And, the artists are really so talented in not only their art forms, but again, just being present in the moment and connecting with the people in those rooms as just people as opposed to patients. And so that really is a key piece of what we do. So I'd definitely say that's our biggest challenge. But again, we are delighted that we've been able to kind of shift direction and offer some other approaches that we've heard have been really helpful.
Great, and the videos are excellent. They've been shared a lot, those instructional videos, so we'll make sure that everyone has links to those. Heath, a little bit about Art Play. When did it start? How was it developed?
Well, arts education has always been a part of the Alice Stevens Center, but in 2011, through a generous donation, we broke ground and opened Art Play in January 2011 to extend the education offerings for the Alice Stevens Center. And in the past year, we've added Ava to that list, and we've been working with Arts and Medicine a little bit too. So we've expanded even since then, and this January will be our 10th birthday at the Art Play House. So super excited about that, offering classes, camps, workshops, K through 12 offerings. We are in the community as well and on campus for campus engagement. So just spread out all over.
Yeah, it's great. Like we were talking about earlier, my son did a poetry art play this morning, and it was a nice break from the monotony of getting up and doing Zoom calls with classmates. So with the camp cancellations, in-person camp cancellations, what kind of content are you able to deliver this summer?
So we pivoted really fast when we were ordered to do the limited business model for UAB. We pivoted really fast and started putting out videos. That has moved to online classes via Zoom. We closed out our semester for the spring with a couple of classes and kind of perfected how to offer arts education classes online. And starting today with your son, actually, we offered our first Maymester class. From that, we have moved to an online model for our summer camps with visual arts and musical theaters, and are working with our directors and teaching artists right now to offer the same quality camps that we've always offered, just a little different, and that we'll be offering dance classes and music classes and acting classes and painting classes online throughout the day during that camping period. So we've got a lot of good response. And the great thing about offering camps online is that we can reach beyond the Birmingham area, and somebody from Colorado can sign up for an art play camp this summer. Somebody from, Hawaii could join us for camps. So that's kind of exciting for us. We hate that we can't be one-on-one and building those relationships in person, but we're still offering those wonderful opportunities for the kids that want to be a part of it.
And there's some programming for adults too.
There is. We start our adult classes tonight, and from there we're going to offer some pre-K classes and some adult classes over the summer while we're offering summer camp for our 7 to 18-year-olds.
That's excellent. Well, you all, thank you so much. We all know, just from being at UAB and being in this community and watching national news at this point, that UAB is a leader in medical care and research. What I think is also becoming even more evident through this crisis is the leader that we are in the arts and engaging people. And I think it complements the medical care that the university and the hospital provides, that this is also healing, therapeutic, and really important. And so thank you all for your hard work and creativity in making this accessible to all of us. I hope that everyone watching this will go ahead and look at those links we have in the email so you can participate in art plays, watch those instructional videos, learn more about what's going on at AVA, connect with artists from around the country, maybe even the world. So thank you all so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.